You know, y'all saw some bad dancing last week if you were here and you saw my golf video. And my dancing days in church are over. But how many of you ever grew up at a skate center? And a skate center, there was a song that they did little chicken dances, and we thought that was pretty cute. But when I was like sixth grade, I went to the skate center for the first time, and they did a stupid little dance called the hokey pokey. Anybody know what the hokey pokey is? It's put your right hand in, put your right hand out, put your right hand in, and shake it all about. And then you do the hokey pokey, and you shake it all around. That's what it's all about. You know that we have a lot of hokey pokey Christians that when times are good, they say, I am a Bible believing, my faith is in God. And then the next trial comes and they're nowhere to be found. Trials are going to come in your life. Brother Rude used to say that if you're not in a trial, you probably just came out of a trial. And if you hadn't just come out of trial, watch out, a trial is on your way, because trials are a part of life. And we cannot be hokey pokey Christians. And the best thing that we can do is get in the house of God, get in His Word, and get grounded before the trial comes. Before the trial comes. But what do? We wait till after the trial comes, and then we try to do extra credit and make up for lost time. We need to get in the house of the Lord and be grounded. Amen? The third reason that I know that I am valuable to God is because He provides for me. He provides for me. Still there in chapter 1, looking at verse 9 through 11. Believers who are poor have something to boast about, for God has honored them. And those who are rich should boast that God has humbled them. They will fade away like a little flower in the field. The hot sun rises and the grass withers. The little flower droops and falls, and its beauty fades away. In the same way, the rich will fade away with all their achievements. There is nothing there that makes absolutely any sense. It's almost like James has got it exactly backwards, that if we're poor and we're going through trials, whippy. You're like, James, you got it backwards, my friend. We should be suffering and crying when we're going through trials. But he said, whether in riches or in poor, our financial status is a trial and a test from God. That we're not to put our trust in our riches, but our trust should always be in God. And our focus should be on Him. That we don't put our confidence in the stock market or in a ERA or even in a savings account, because it can all go away. The fourth reason I know that I'm valuable to God is because He rewards me. Because He rewards me. As we continue in verses 12 through 15, God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love Him. And remember, when you are being tempted, do not say, God is tempting me. God is never tempted to do wrong, and He never tempts anyone else. Temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions, and when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. There's some great theology here that says God doesn't tempt you, but our evil desires tempt us. And that's why we talk so openly about habits, addictions, a clean thought life, that we need to hedge off what the enemy sends our way by what's in our mind and what comes out of our mouth. To put away sinful desires and to be clean. With our eyes closed and our heads bowed,